We are live! Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I'm playing Party in the USA. It's not a party in the USA, but we're going to talk about what is going on in the USA. We're going to make it a party, okay? Coping with ice cream. Coping with all my children's Halloween candy. Coping with alcohol, you know? Doing what we can over here, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me, how are you doing? It is November 4th, day after the election. Clearly, I'm drinking my feelings. But most importantly, my main coping mechanism is being with you. It really is, because this is something that we need to digest and talk about together as parents. But spoiler alert, I am not Wolf Blitzer. I know if you looked really closely, you would see I do have very fine white hairs, but that is not me. I have no magic map. You have come to me for a distraction. And so that is what I will be for you tonight. I do want to talk a little bit about what has happened and is continuing to happen in the country that I am sitting in right now. We're also going to talk about my kids' preschool's shocking new mask policy. Like, I'm going to eat the whole tub of this because I am shook by it. And then we're going to play a rousing game of Name That Celebrity Mask Pandemic Edition. It's going to be a really good one. We're going to talk a lot about masks, okay? So I want you to also weigh in on the comments how you feel about masks, wearing a mask, all of it. Okay, this is what MAP says. Day 6,023 of COVID and day 461 of the 2020 election. Yeah, I'm going to eat to that. Literally, my kid walked down this morning, 7:30 a.m. I was shoving a Twix bar in my mouth, and he was like, "Mommy, you smell like chocolate." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "I want a candy." And I was like, "Nope, you're not allowed." Meanwhile, just eating all of it. Okay, so let's get to it. We're going to start with a vibe check, just a general vibe check. How are we feeling? Tell me in the comments. I'm going to read them all. Tell me what you ate and drank last night while watching the results, because I know a lot of you are in Canada, and I know you kind of watched it as like a show, but you still felt it. You still felt the stress and anxiety, because you know how much it reflects on all of us as a whole. So tell me what you did to cope. Okay, so stressful, says Bronwyn, and I love that your picture has a mask. Oh, Bronwyn, we'll bring that back. Okay, we have a Shelly with a Biden icon. She says tired. Yeah, I feel tired. I overcompensated with a lot of makeup and big hair. That's how I overcompensated. So I'm going to get into it. I am in America. I am a dual citizen now, as you know, Canada and the US. I applied for my citizenship here primarily so that I could vote in the country where I am currently raising my children. That was important to me. And so yesterday I voted. And I have to be honest, clearly I exist in a little bubble, an echo chamber of my own beliefs, but I really felt that the result would be different. Am I alone in that? Were you as shocked as I was? I think this is what it is. In 2016, we could chalk Trump's win up to underestimation. We underestimated how frustrated people were. We underestimated how hungry for change they were, how appealing it seemed to them to have this like anti-establishment, not a politician, wasn't politically correct. Like, that worked. People thought, you know what, we'll give this guy a shot. And they did. And that's fine. But after 4 years of this president's mandate to be racist and discriminatory and deceitful and anti-science, after mishandling and belittling a global pandemic that has now killed 230,000 people, after mocking people in masks, after putting kids in cages, after refusing to condemn white supremacist groups, 65 million Americans still voted for him. What does that say about this country and about the state of the world right now? That is what was terrifying. And I want you to know, like, there are many of you who disagree with me, and that's okay, and that's what the comments are for. So tell me what you think in the comments. Like, this is a conversation, but that is how I felt. And no matter what happens, it is not going to be pretty either way, but no matter what happens, I just find it heartbreaking and troubling. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh, I think it's all the candy and the wine, and I haven't slept, but it's just like, if you disagree with me, tell me, but I feel this great sadness and disappointment. And that doesn't mean I don't feel hope, because I do feel hopeful for an eventual outcome for this thing and for our future. And more importantly, for our kids' future. I am hopeful. I have to be hopeful. Like, if we don't have hope, what do we have? But sometimes change takes time. And so I want us all to use this very sobering reminder to continue to raise smart, compassionate, empathetic, kind kids who will pave the way to a more tolerant future. Because I'm scared. You know, I'm just scared. And so many of you are like, well, get out, come back to Canada. And yes, that is definitely on the table. But it's a bigger picture thing. It's just a bigger picture. It's just a bigger question about where people's heads are at. So that's it. The air horn. I'm done. That's all I want to say about that. I mean, like, please, I want to read your comments, but we're gonna turn to Wolf Blitzer for the rest. That is how I feel as a person and as a mom, and I want to know what you think. So jump in those comments and tell me. Yes, everybody is saying, come back to Canada, come back to Canada. Spencer, would you allow your kids to enter politics? That's such a good question. I mean, yes and no. My kids would never do well in politics because of all the shit I've been putting on the internet of them. I mean, imagine you could dig stuff up about people from the moment they were born. There are split screens of my children as like Pam Anderson on the internet. I don't think it would go well for them. But of course, I'm going to encourage them to be outspoken citizens who have values and who believe in things. And if they want to go into politics, then please be my guest. Giovanni and Jordan says, as a Canadian watching the results last night, my wife and I were both excited, confused, stressed, maybe a bit tipsy from the wine and cheese board. Let me tell you, Giovanni, Evan and I thought, not like 2016. 2016, I went to a party in Toronto with balloons, with open bars. We were ready to celebrate the first female president in 2016. This was not the same thing, but Evan and I had ordered like a lovely sushi takeout spread. We had our drinks, we were ready to enjoy the evening. And we quickly turned so sick to our stomach that we didn't touch any of the sushi. Like, I couldn't eat. All I could do was gorge myself on ice cream and candy. Jody says I have heartburn. Jody. I woke up feeling like trash this morning. I woke up feeling like couldn't sleep, emotionally drained, like possibly hungover, like very sick to my stomach from the gorging that happened. Lisa says it makes me wonder what they're thinking and how they can all be, yes, well, people who support Trump and his racist, sexist, maked up facts. That sounds like a Trump tweet. All his maked up facts. No, you're right. It makes you sort of question humanity. So here's what we're going to do. To get rid of all the anxiety that we're feeling, we're going to talk about something on all of our minds and faces these days, ladies and gentlemen. Masks. Not as they relate to politics, but something more important, as they relate to hotness. This is a real conversation we're going to have. Because we need to just, let's move along. I have discovered during this pandemic that there are two types of people in the world. There are people who look better in masks and people who don't. Do you think you look better in a mask? Tell me in the comments. Is a mask an improvement on your face? Because I will tell you, I am a person who categorically looks better in a mask, okay? I have a prominent nose. I have a very robust mustache coming in. I have acne that tends to gravitate towards my lower face. So masks have been somewhat of a blessing for my face. I take the kids to school. Look see? I'm just 1/3 of my face and I look great. I'm all eye. In the morning, preschool drop off, throw on a mask, sunglasses, hat. I'm barely recognizable. I don't have to put in any effort. I don't even have to brush my teeth. Jody says she has good teeth, which is fair. If your teeth are what you're working with, totally fair. I feel for the people who have like very expensive veneers and they can't show them off. What a waste, you know? I love a mask. And the reveal, says Spencer. Oh, do you know, we're going off track. Do you know we still have, I think the construction in my backyard will take longer than the deciding on the president, but it's still happening. And the contractor, I'd only ever met him with his mask on. And the other day he like got in his truck and drove away and he waved at me without a mask. And I was like, who the fuck is that? Don't know who that man is. And then I realized it was him. Unrecognizable without the mask. And frankly, more pleasant in the mask. As am I. No, my mask, Samantha, my mask don't cover my chin, let alone the second. It's, there's a mask fit issue now. There are some people, or like the people with a bigger beard with a mask just like cuts off. It's hard. You have to find a mask that wraps, that covers. I know there's one out there. There's one out there for everybody. Super model confident in a mask, says Audrey. Me too. Especially if I have like an eyelash and a great liner on. I'm like, I've never looked better. It hides Aaron's resting bitch face, right? Okay, so I have noticed that there are some men who look very hot in a good mask. And I wanted to celebrate them in a montage of hot guys in masks. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is all to distract us from the very unhot guys that are currently battling it out to be president. Now, I wanted to play a sexy song for you when I did this hot masks segment. And I realized a couple days ago, Baby Shark officially became the world's most streamed video on YouTube. Over 7 billion streams. It just passed Despacito and Gangnam Style and all the videos. So I thought I would play this sexy montage of hot men in masks to the arousing tune of Baby Shark R&B version. I'm the baby. That's my mommy. If you haven't heard it, add it to the playlist. Here we go. Let's start with NBA champion LeBron James in a mask. I want you to drop yeses, oohs, ahs, all the emojis in the comments, ladies. Here we go. Woo! Take it all in. Now let's look at Justin Theroux, former Mr. Jennifer Aniston, in a mask. Woo! Oh, yeah. Please note his extra safe pandemic gloves in a hot, rustic, masculine black. Okay, Justin Theroux. What about Matt Damon, everybody? Ooh! How about Ben Affleck in a mask? Oh. Give me Ben Affleck in a mask. Ooh! Ben, where you at? Where you at, Ben Affleck? Yeah. Whew. Okay, I don't know what that print is. It might be an army print, but it still works for me. Let's see U.S. Senator Cory Booker in a mask, everybody. Okay, I'm just going to have to stop the soulful Baby Shark for a second. I feel like this is a mask. This is not working for his overall aesthetic. This is a mask that would be best suited for a young girl in a cotton dress. Looks like it was made of a bed sheet. Cory Booker, you are hot, but the mask isn't working for me. Okay, resume hot men in mask montage. Here we go. Oh, yeah. They're very busy. New daddy, everybody. Anderson Cooper in a mask. Woo! Can we talk about how I've selected men largely based on the tightness of their t-shirts in the masks? I'm not ashamed. Last but not least, I know I said I wouldn't get political, but this isn't about politics. It's just about a good mask, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Trudeau in a mask. Whoo-wee, that is hot. Men in masks, ladies and gentlemen. I need a drink. I need a cigarette. I need a little ice cream. That's what we do to distract ourselves during a global pandemic from a very messed up political situation. We look at hot men in masks. Speaking of which, I want to tell you, I know you're more attracted to the men with the masks. There's something about it that can really work. Okay, so I need to talk about a situation with you, and I want you to give me your honest opinion because I'm like a little bit torn and thrown as a mother. So, as you know, it was a very big decision for Evan and I to send our kids to preschool during a global pandemic. We finally made a decision to send them to a half-day program. There were only 6 other families, so we knew all the families. 90% of the school was moved outside for safety, and the teachers are wearing masks, but a big selling point to us was that the kids, the 2- and 3-year-old kids, did not have to wear masks. If they wanted to, great, but it was not a mandate. Whereas at other schools, like the kids had to wear masks, and that freaked Evan and I out because our little boys were like 2 and they were like, what the fuck? I'm not putting that on my face. So we sent them there. Everything was going really well. We felt great that they had an opportunity to sort of experience preschool. Like behind those gates, there was some semblance of normalcy in the midst of everything that's going on. So Monday, we get an email from the school saying, now there is an official mask policy and all kids have to wear masks at all times. So I need to know from you, does your kid, toddler, kid, baby wear a mask? Do they have to wear a mask to school? Is that a common thing? Like, I just don't know how to feel about it. And I know that as this pandemic is kind of cases are rising, like masks are here to stay. But I just feel so sad putting a mask on a 3-year-old at the place where they're supposed to go to play and learn to socialize and learn how to be around other kids and read kids' emotional cues. Like, it just feels so sad. And I guess I just wanted to know how you're doing and how you're feeling. At our school, they're slowly starting to introduce the masks, and they sent our families some pictures. Here's Dre and Rio. Dre wearing the mask. Rio, not about the mask. Took the mask right off. In fact, in all the other pictures, I zoomed in on my son, Rio, and here he is playing with the mask, pulling the mask off, and again, just not wearing the mask. I birthed an anti-masker, everyone. He's just not about the mask life. And when I asked him about it, he was like, yeah, it's hot. He's 3. Like, I just don't know what to do. Jenna says, my daughter is 4. She will wear a mask, but she has no idea how to put it on. Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is when these toddlers are, like, trying to put it on, that can't be good either. Okay, so our 5-year-old, Jen, doesn't have to. They have the room set up where they're not on top of each other. They have times when they need to wear them, and he does, but it's not mandatory. Yes, that's kind of what we had before. They would wear them for, like, music, because singing is a very spitaceous activity. I believe that's the scientific term. A lot of droplets. But okay, they told us we should be wearing 3 layers in our masks. For the kids, Ashley? I mean, even I'm like, it's too hot. 3 layers. It's so distressing. And I also think I'm not required to wear a mask in class, only in halls. Interesting, friends, leggings, apparel, and gifts. I feel, and again, I know I said I wouldn't go back here, but I'm just going to put a bow on the convo before we get to our game. I just feel like it's sort of devastating to live in a country where the president refuses to wear a mask. The president contracted coronavirus and spread it to many people because he refused to wear a mask. And I have to tell my 3-year-old to wear one when the president of the country won't even wear one himself and may still get reelected despite it. Do you feel me? Do you feel what I mean? It just breaks my heart a little bit, sending my kid off to school in a mask in this country. Okay, thank you. Ding, ding. I'm going to give myself an air horn. And I know I told you I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm not Wolf Blitzer. If you want this kind of hard-hitting political coverage, you can turn on CNN. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this game today is going to be a culmination of everything we've talked about. And it's going to be challenging. So, like, get the fingers stretched out because here we go. Today's game is Name That Celebrity Mask Pandemic Edition! Oh, no, not the song I wanted. Oh, we'll get the song eventually. We'll go with Spice Girls. All right, Pandemic Mask Edition of Name That Celebrity. Here's how it works. Some people are totally recognizable in a mask. Some people are not. I'm going to show you a picture of a celebrity wearing a mask. You have to jump in the comments and tell me who it is. The person who gets the most correct will be our champion, and I will send you all this Halloween candy by FedEx tonight. I'm not going to do that, but you know, it's an honor and a privilege to win this game. Here we go. First up, name this masked celebrity. Who is this masked celebrity? Jump in the comments. I'm seeing them come in. Who is it? Klumps. Who is Klumps? J-Lo, 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 Klumps. Well, oh, Britney Spears. Okay, Amy, it's a good guess. She has that Britney Spears hair going on in that picture. The correct answer is J-Lo. But I'm doing this by like degree of difficulty, so we're starting on the easier side. It's going to get harder. Here is your next masked celebrity. Name this masked celebrity. Jump in the comments. Who is it? Nicole Nitzsche. The freneticism of your typing is what gets me every time. Nicole Nitzsche, Klumps. All right, Paris Hilton. Oh, we're on a first name basis, Kirsten. Paris Hilton, Paris Emma Roberts. Okay, I like that. A lot of Paris Hiltons. And ladies and gentlemen, you're correct. It's Paris Hilton. Okay, I need to up the ante. This needs to get more difficult. Here is your next masked celebrity. Ooh, we went from like a 1 in difficulty to like a 50, not 69. Who is this masked celebrity? Okay. The guesses have stopped coming in. You're paralyzed. Leopard print shirt. What appears to be some kind of a leopard. Oh, Bruno Mars. Great guess. Spencer says this one is Klumps. I know it. I promise you Klumps will come in. Ashley says Brad Pitt. Ooh, I wish Brad Pitt had this kind of flavor. Jen says Lone Ranger. I think we can agree this person is really leaning into the mask couture. Siobhan says Harry Styles. Great guess, Siobhan. Robin Thicke coming in here. All right, let's give the people a hint. George Clooney's. Again, come on. George Clooney hasn't had that much style for many years. All right, giving you a close-up and a side profile, folks. Who is this masked man? And as we can see, this mask doesn't cover that chin. It sort of just sits on the top. Sean Menzies. Isn't Menzies like an older lady term for a period? Jody Dirksen says, I kissed Brad Pitt. This is a conversation we are going to have to put some significant time into, Jody Dirksen. So I'm just going to engage you and ask you to put the story in the comments. Please, need to know. Might do a full episode to follow up on that. Who is it? What the fuck mask is that? Says someone. His chin. It's a mask made of rubber. Chris Pratt. Wrong, Christine. The correct answer is Chris Pine. One of the Chris's. And I want you to know Chris Pine, well, he wasn't wearing it right, but he was wearing it right. Chris Pine is someone I have been tracking this pandemic because he's really putting in a lot of effort. While the rest of us are wearing sweatpants and like medical masks, Chris Pine is bringing the leopard print fedora, leather masked heat. He wants you to know he's in quarantine, but he's still got it. All right, name this next masked celebrity. Ooh, we have a rubber glove. We have a limp, wet-looking ponytail. We have someone following her with a latte. And the mask covers the whole face. Who is this masked celebrity? On Olsen 10, Gigi Hadid. One of the Olsens, Nicole Richie. I think Sonia has guessed Nicole Richie for the past 7 celebrities, including Chris Pine. Mary Kate, one of the 3 Olsens. Drew Barrymore. Ladies and gentlemen, is this a celebrity? Is it a trick? Limp pony, not good. All right, really, tell us what you think. Elizabeth, twin girl. You're getting so close, Jessica Biel. Now, I'm going to help you out here. No idea. Well, thanks for jumping in anyway, Morgan. The correct answer is you were also close. Ashley Olsen. She's a twin. So you know I pay very close attention to twins, especially billionaire twins. I just can't help myself. All right, we're getting down to the wire. How many have you gotten so far? Tell me. Are you like 4 for 4? What are we working with here? Are you 0 for 0? Tell me, because it's hard. I see my own husband on the street and I'm like, who's that? It's very difficult. Okay, here's your next masked celebrity. Ooh, this is when the real stands are going to come out. Who is this masked celebrity? Looking chic, looking safe. Who is it? Throw your guesses. Oh my. 3 for 4. 3 for 4. You're doing pretty well. Oh, what? Okay, first of all, Kristen, I don't know who Tracy is, but I appreciate you jumping in there. Spencer said Alicia Keys. Debbie Allen. Jada Pinkerton Smith. What red table is Jada Pinkerton talking at? Again with Nicole. Guys, Nicole Richie is not in this quiz, okay? She's not. I'm just going to tell you. Zoe Saldana, great guesses here. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm very impressed. The correct answer is Kerry Washington. Scandal in the comments. I didn't think you would get that, but bang, there you were. A few Jada Pinkerton Smiths, but a lot of Kerry Washingtons. Okay, a few more left. Name this masked celebrity. Oh, 2 celebrities. Okay, this is sort of like, this is a combo. These 2 sort of felt like they went together for me. Although on the left, we have like a regular looking person. How I wear a mask to take my kids to school, like a sweatshirt, a hat, glasses, and a mask. On the right, we have like the Paris Fashion Week equivalent of wearing a mask. What even is that? Right, Jenny? It looks like Giselle. That is like the most beautiful, fashionable wearing of a face covering I have ever seen. And I just saw Chris Pratt in leopard print and leather. Okay? Hailey Bieber, says Siobhan. I mean, everyone's just guessing the most beautiful woman they can think of. Keep in mind, these go together. Okay? Like ice cream and wine on election night. These are a pair. Heidi and Lauren. Mary, I think you're just guessing, but you're getting there. You're really getting there. Katie Holmes on the right. Ooh, good guess, Claire. Katie Holmes has been looking good in her mask, but not that good. No one looks that good. Kristen, I'm not cool enough for these 2. Wow, did I stump? No! I thought I had stumped you, but I did not. Amy, you got it. It is Whitney Port and Olivia. Oh, Nicole got it. Whitney Port and Olivia Palermo. Little throwback from the city. Whitney Port, who lives just a couple blocks away. We have kids who are the same age. They play together at the playground. And Olivia Palermo, who I have nothing in common with, including the way we wear masks. Actually, tell me this in the comments. Do you try to look cute in your mask? Because there are, I think, again, two types of people in the world. There are the people who go for a fashion look, like you try to coordinate your look. You try to find something flattering. You try to find something that matches. And then there's the people who are just literally just whatever. We'll put it on me, just put it on me. That's what I am. Doesn't matter if it fits, doesn't matter if it's cute. Can I breathe? All right, we're wearing it. There is no cute. I appreciate the people who are trying. Kristen, who is Olivia Palermo? Am I the only person who remembers the city because I was technically paid to talk about it? She was the villain on The City. Whitney's villain, they were a thing, and now she's a fashion icon in New York City. Okay, I've really outworn my welcome with this game, but that's too bad because I have 2 more left. This is a man named a celebrity in a mask. Whoo! He's carrying bags. He's wearing a backpack, and I have an affinity for a masked man in a tight shirt, so that is what I am giving you. Who is this man in this mask? You've been way better at this game, by the way, than I thought you would be. Zac Efron. I don't know when the typos will stop being funny. Zac Efron. Hava. Laura. Excuse me if I react to that. My husband. I wish. It is not my husband. And when you find out who it is, you'll realize why I'm so flattered. John Krasinski. These are great guesses. See, this man is just like a generic hot white man. And therefore, with a hat and glasses and a mask, we don't know who the hell it is. He could be Orlando Bloom, could be John Krasinski, could be Zac Efron, could be my husband. It's all the same. Michael Bublé, good guess. Chris Pratt. Has anybody got it yet? No, I did it. I stumped you. Ladies and gentlemen, this masked man is, drumroll please, the only time I ever stumped you, Bradley Cooper. Just an appealing man, but in a mask. White guy, early 40s, wearing a mask. Not enough muscles for Zac Efron. I agree. Jody Jerkson earlier in this show in the comments said that she had kissed Brad Pitt, and I'm just going to remind you that I went on a date with Bradley Cooper. So, it wasn't a real date. It was a date for television, but you don't have to repeat that part. All right, last but not least, this is the one I thought I would really stump you on. So I'm going to see if I can do it. Name this masked celebrity. Who is this masked person? We're still hung up on Bradley Cooper and that tight shirt and that medical mask. What is 2020? What is happening? We're just drooling over men in masks. If you had asked me 9 months ago if this would be what we were doing on this show, I would not think so. Okay, Lori guessed Courtney Cox, Hugh Jackman. Oh, we've moved on. Dara says generic person. A lot of, Katy Perry. Oh, look, Kourtney Kardashian. I'm giving Jen 2 points. The correct answer is Meghan Markle. How did you identify that? I was like, no one's going to get this. She's wearing a net on her head. She's got an apron. The picture is pixelated, but look at you, Meghan Markle, all up in the comments. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you play Name That Celebrity Pandemic Mask Edition. Woohoo! Oh. And that's it, everybody. That's it. I wanted to talk about some real shit, and then I just wanted to do some stupid shit. And I think that we can all agree that we did it, and we did it together. And I hope that you have your ice cream and your Halloween candy and your wine out for tonight, because who knows where the news is going to lead us. But I wanted you to know that I really needed this. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for talking it all out with me. Thank you for following the New Mom Who Dis page on Instagram, by the way. We're having so much fun over there. And just, I guess remember that no matter what happens, our kids are what is going to make this world and this future bright. So hug them a little tighter tonight. Remind them how smart and how special they are, and raise them every day to become the kind of kids that go out and change the world. Good night, everybody. I'll see you next week. Woo! I feel like we're going to go baby shark. We're going to go baby shark, sexy baby shark. Here we go. Just going to eat ice cream to sexy baby shark and say goodnight. Thanks, everybody. We're all sharks.